The most iconic cars. Need for Speed has been a birthplace for some absolutely insane cars, and I'm pretty sure at least one of your favorite cars has something to do with Need for Speed. Even just compared to other games, I'm talking about movies and everything. Need for Speed is pretty much top dog when it comes to most iconic cars. And I thought I'd mix it up and do my personal top 5 picks when it comes to the most iconic cars in Need for Speed history. Starting off with Underground 2. There's a mouse in there. This one is an easy one for me to do because all I have to do is start a brand new game on Underground 2. There she is, the 350Z. 350Z was an easy pick just because Rachel's car, she introduced you to the world. She introduced us to the open world Need for Speed of customization. Absolutely awful customization in some instances, but customization nonetheless in an open world environment, open world racing game. Customization, boys, customization, and allowed you to start the race. That's what I'm talking about. Goodbye! I know for a fact that if this car was available in 2015, they would have pretty much had, 99% of people would have had a similar copycat livery to this vehicle. I'm driving really awfully. I'm using keyboard and mouse. This car has returned in Need for Speed Payback, so I assume that everybody's probably going to make this design. At least everyone is going to at least try to make this design once. I know for a fact that I am, so I'm not talking rubbish. The car itself, in my opinion, is not massively important or exciting. It's just, it was the stepping stone into Underground 2, saying that you could build something like this eventually. If you try, you can build something like this. And everyone was like, I can't wait. Give me that Corsa, let me get started. And to a lot of people, this is their favorite Need for Speed. And understandably so, because again, it was the first stepping stone into open world street racing games from Need for Speed. Hey, show me that love, show me that love. And she gets crowd love. See, amazing. It makes you feel like, okay, this is a cool win. But let's back away from number 5 onto something a little bit more spicy. My name, a Geoff. This next one requires me to jump through a newer platform, but it's not the first time this car has appeared. Probably already given it away, but the next one is Eddie's Skyline. That's right, Eddie's Skyline, but it's on Need for Speed 2015 for this. That's because the PC version of Underground doesn't really play well with Windows 10. But it does mean I get to talk more about this, and I'm glad I actually get to talk about this a little bit because it does signify that they're throwing back to the old series. For example, Eddie returned as an actual character in this game. Not only his car, but as an actual character and had his own little story section. In my opinion, that's pretty awesome. It shows that they're dedicated to showing what the fans want, giving us kind of hints of the past as well as giving us a lot of the future. That does make me question, because Eddie wasn't a major character to me and a lot of people. Underground was the first one to signify street tuning and stuff, and that's why this car is probably so iconic to a lot of people. Street tuning in Need for Speed is a game. Need for Speed Underground paved the way, which in result, this car was the first kind of bad guy we got our eyes onto in the Underground scene. So that's why a lot of people are attached to this car, and understandably so. But another thing this car signifies, if you think the fact that it is in 2015 and the story was brought back with the character, they're not afraid to go back on the past and bring up characters of old. So who else will we see returning in the next game, and the next game, and the next game? So maybe that makes this car seriously exciting, because it's not only the first one to return, but it signifies the return of possibly other characters in the future. And either way, it's a Skyline. We're halfway through the list, and number 3 is up. I need to build this vehicle in an older game, and that may have given away for some of you already. Let me know what you're thinking. Pause the video. Just tell me what you think. Without further ado, let me introduce you to the Mustang. You're probably like, why is it stuck? We need to build it. Let me do that first. May have hit a bit of a snag. The car's got blue liveries instead. I guess the download didn't work very well. So not exactly what I was aiming for, but it's still the Mustang. It's still a Razor's Mustang, just got a blue livery on it. I tried to mod it in, but apparently I'm incompetent. Let's talk about this. Why is this an iconic Need for Speed car? Well, he was the first proper, fully fleshed out villain in Need for Speed. He was the reason that we grinded so hard to get back our car. He stole our car by using this Mustang. It's actually pretty good, actually. I did fully upgrade it. I highly doubt that his was fully upgraded at the time, because he wasn't keeping up very well. He was doing pretty well. But this signified something huge in Need for Speed. This signified an absolutely massive shift in showing that they can do fully fleshed stories, blockbuster style stories in a Need for Speed game, in a racing game, pull it off well, and it's going to look amazing. He gave us so much anger, so much hatred, and he kind of formed this character that I wish he was in a lot of games. An angry character that was just against you. He wanted to beat you. He didn't even like dislike you. He just wanted to try and smuggle his way in any way possible. Try and get to the top of the blacklist, but he finally did it. And he did it with not his own car, because I mean, it's alright, but I actually kind of like the blue flames. They're quite cool. I just kind of wish they were red, because then that would be the proper car. One single man that built this vehicle beat us, and he took away our pride and joy. That wasn't even out. They wrote so well to make us feel attached to the car. Even though we drove it in like 3 races, he took it away. This signifies so much in so many ways to so many different people, but overall, it basically symbolizes revenge and payback. It's kind of hinting on that a little bit, so I'm quite excited. We're going to have some proper, actual people coming against us again. But this, he's an evil man. Rolling on to number 2. This man terrified the living daylights out of us. Number 2 is Cross's Corvette. This is another masterpiece of showing you aggression. This is fear. This is just so many things because it's the ultimate level cop. It's like a street racer level car. The highest kind of stuff we could get as a cop. Look at the marks on the side showing you how many cars he's like taken out with this car. It's just, this car screams that he wants to take us down. Unfortunately, this vehicle doesn't really have the proper handling model. It's one of the AI cars, and you could probably build it and get delivery and stuff, but honestly, I just want to drive around with it like this. It's actually a black man driving. Look at that. It's actually Cross. This music's great. Oh my god, there's a police car. Yeah, we're gonna get the police after Cross. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Police on police. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Take you out, buddy. Take you out. I'm Cross. Can't touch me. I'm like the Black Sonic. Oh, the game just crashed because I had a collision. But there you go. That was Cross for you. He was a nasty man. Oh. Yeah, it's gone. But again, one of the most iconic cars because he was another opponent that really just wanted to take you down and take everything you have. The Corvette and Cross actually, in my opinion, probably symbolize more revenge-ridden story because of he was actually a cop constantly trying to come after you, whereas obviously Razor had that car from you, but Cross was trying to take you down. He was trying to take every car you had after that. So I would personally say that Cross was probably after a little bit more than Razor, like the car count. But then again, the M3 was like godly. Holy cow, I wonder what this is going. Time for number 1. Pretty predictable what it's gonna be, but this requires us to jump onto another platform because my PC doesn't like me. The Need for Speed Most Wanted M3 GTR. The number 1 iconic Need for Speed car ever. This car is iconic for many, many reasons, but one of the main ones is the sound. So much so that I've disabled the music so you can listen to it. We're in a tunnel, boys. Here we go. Oh my god, I wish I had more NOS, but this, oh my god, this represents Need for Speed in a way no other vehicle can. This represents so much. This represents racing games, in my opinion, for the reason that this is where they were at the peak. This thing is an absolute monster. It's not even street legal, let's be honest. Every single game that you can customize a car in, this car will be present. This car will have been made by somebody. I can confirm that. And it's just fact. And here come the police for some bit of action against the Bimmer. Oh my god, I can't wait to unlock this in the Let's Play. It's going to be so much fun to drive it again. It's pretty obvious the M3 GTR was inspired by quite a few things, but the main thing I would say is the Skyline from Too Fast, Too Furious. The Skyline, you remember which one I'm talking about. It's just, again, one of the most iconic cars there is, but we're talking games here, so. The design was heavily inspired by that, from what I can guess, because, I mean, the intro of Need for Speed Underground 2 was basically the copy-pasta. The bridge scene that happened at the beginning of Too Fast, Too Furious. If you haven't seen that film, it's the best Fast and Furious film. You can't disagree with me. The fact you had this at the beginning, it was like the most OP car in the game, and the long grind you had to do to try and get this car back, that was the main objective of this game. And don't forget the fact that this car returned in Need for Speed 2015 because it is the Need for Speed car. It's in Need for Speed 2015, and the reason is just that it is the Need for Speed car, in my opinion. And it just symbolizes so much. I've unlocked a Junkman performance pack. What? But thank you so much for watching my top 5 iconic cars in Need for Speed. It's been so much fun to do this, jumping between games and going back. And I think I'll do more videos like this in the future. If there's any type of videos like this you want to see, like top 5 characters, top 5, I don't even know what. You disagree with me? Do you think that another car should be the most iconic car? I think, though, you can pretty much agree that this was the peak of the series, Most Wanted and Carbon, and the M3 was in there. So a lot of people are going to be attached to the M3. But thinking in the bigger picture, every single car in Need for Speed, in my view, that I've listed here today, pretty much is unmatched when it comes to iconicity. I cannot tell you another series that has brought out these iconic cars that you're so attached to I don't really picture it. Again, don't get me wrong, there are some games that have iconic vehicles, for example, the Skyline and Gran Turismo, but it's not as big a scale as, say, for example, the M3 or Eddie's Skyline or 350Z, Rachel's 350Z. They just don't compare. If you think I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to start a conversation about this, as I said. But if you did enjoy and you want to see more videos like this, please be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, guys, peace.